In how hackers stole $600 million in crypto, the real story. The story of how hackers stole $600 million in cryptocurrency spans several high-profile incidents, each revealing vulnerabilities in the digital finance ecosystem. Here are the most notable cases. 1. The Ronin Network Heist, 2022. Amount stolen, over $600 million. Platform targeted. Ronin Network, a sidechain for the popular play-to-earn game Axie Infinity method. Hackers compromised private keys to validate fake withdrawals from the network. Impact: this was the second largest crypto theft ever, raising serious concerns about blockchain security protocols. 1. North Korean cyber operations, 2023. Amount stolen, at least $600 million, possibly up to $700 million. Actors involved: hackers linked to North Korea, notably the Lazarus group. Tactics: compromised digital wallets by stealing private keys and seed phrases. Laundered stolen assets via services like Sinbad, converting them into stablecoins, for example, USDT, and hard currency through OTC brokers. Motivation: funds are believed to support North Korea's national defense budget, including nuclear and missile programs. 1. The Poly Network Saga, 2021. Amount stolen, $600 million. What happened? A hacker exploited a vulnerability in Poly Network's cross-chain protocol. Twist: the hacker returned most of the funds after Poly Network publicly pleaded with them, even offering a $500,000 bug bounty and a job as chief security advisor. Outcome: nearly all funds were recovered, though $141 million remained in wallets, requiring the hackers' cooperation. These high-profile crypto heists offer rich lessons for audit and assurance professionals, especially those focused on technology governance and digital transformation. Let's explore how they inform strategic approaches to blockchain assurance. Lessons from major crypto heists. 1. Ronin Network exploit, Axie Infinity issue. Validators were compromised due to weak key management and insufficient decentralization. Assurance implication: validator governance. Auditors must assess validator node distribution and control. Concentration of power undermines decentralization. Key management controls: review cryptographic key lifecycle. Generation, storage, rotation, and revocation. Incident response. Readiness: evaluate whether the organization has rehearsed breach scenarios and has rapid containment protocols. 1. North Korean state-linked attacks issue, sophisticated social engineering and laundering through mixers and OTC brokers. Assurance implication: know your customer, KYC, and anti-money laundering, AML. Blockchain platforms must be audited for compliance with evolving KYC AML standards, especially around DeFi and stablecoin transactions. Threat intelligence integration: assurance teams should assess whether platforms ingest external threat data, for example, wallet blacklists, mixer usage patterns. Cross-border risk oversight: highlight geopolitical risk in assurance reports, especially when adversarial nation-states are involved. 1. Poly Network breach issue, smart contract vulnerability allowed unauthorized asset transfers. Assurance implication: smart contract audits. These must go beyond code review, include formal verification, fuzz testing, and simulation of edge cases. Bug bounty governance: evaluate the maturity and transparency of vulnerability disclosure programs. Ethical hacking protocols: encourage red teaming and ethical penetration testing as part of continuous assurance. Effective assurance strategies for blockchain systems must go beyond traditional IT controls and embrace the unique architecture, risks, and decentralization of distributed ledgers. Here's a structured breakdown of the most impactful approaches. High-impact assurance strategies for blockchain systems. 1. Smart contract assurance. Why it matters: smart contracts are immutable once deployed. Bugs become permanent vulnerabilities. Effective strategies: formal verification. Use mathematical proofs to validate contract logic against intended outcomes. Fuzz testing and simulation. Stress test contracts with randomized inputs and edge case scenarios. Third-party audits. Engage independent specialists to review code and logic before deployment. Bug bounty programs encourage ethical disclosure of vulnerabilities with structured incentives. 1. Cryptographic key management. Why it matters: private keys are the gateway to assets and governance. Compromise equals total loss. Effective strategies: multi-signature wallets. Require multiple approvals for high-value or governance-critical transactions. Hardware security modules, HSMs. Store keys in tamper-resistant devices with audit trails. key rotation and revocation protocols ensure keys can be updated or invalidated securely. Custodial versus non-custodial risk reviews. Evaluate trade-offs in user control versus institutional safeguards. 1. Decentralization and governance oversight. Why it matters. Blockchain systems often rely on distributed validators or DOs. Governance failures can be catastrophic. Effective strategies. Validator diversity audits. Assess concentration risk across validator nodes or staking pools. DAO governance reviews. Examine voting mechanisms, quorum thresholds, and proposal transparency. On-chain governance logs validate that decisions and actions are traceable and tamper-proof. 1. Regulatory and compliance mapping. Why it matters. Blockchain operates across jurisdictions, often in regulatory grey zones. Effective strategies, KYC, AML controls for on/off ramps. Audit how platforms manage identity and transaction monitoring. GDPR and data sovereignty reviews. Ensure personal data is not inadvertently stored on-chain. Sanctions screening. Verify that wallet interactions comply with international sanctions lists. 1. Resilience and incident response. Why it matters. Breaches can be irreversible. Assurance must include readiness and recovery. Effective strategies, immutable audit trails. Ensure forensic visibility into all on-chain activity, rollback and fork protocols. Assess whether systems can recover from critical failures or exploits. Crisis simulation exercises. Test breach scenarios with cross-functional teams, including legal and PR. 1. Continuous monitoring and threat intelligence. Why it matters. Blockchain threats evolve rapidly. Static audits aren't enough. Effective strategies. Real-time transaction monitoring. Flag anomalies in asset flows, contract calls, or validator behavior. Threat feed integration. Use external intelligence, for example, wallet blacklists, mixer usage, to inform risk posture. Behavioral analytics. Detect insider threats or collusion through pattern analysis. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share.